Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So who do we have? We have Espresso Depresso since about 2 hours ago, actually. Oh, that's amusing. How you doing, IT? Hello there, Benria. Oh, it's super early or super late? Well, I don't know. You'll have to choose which one you prefer to be there, really. Hey, there, Justin. Good to have you. Hello there, Shiva. Midtimberers. Hello, Anna. Hello there, Mersfield. Right, okay. So before we do begin, actually... He sent me the turn, and alongside the turn, he put a message saying, "May fortune favour the foolish." Such a loaded remark there, isn't it? I have a feeling he may be talking about potentially moving the carriers up the Torres Strait. He may be talking about moving his actual surface ships into the Solomon Sea. There might be something else. There might be a couple things we don't know about, and that's what worries me there. How you doing there? How you doing there, Remain? Brannock? E-Bus? Which I'm going to say Daniel, because that's easy to say. And hello there, Abaddon. Good to have you guys. We'll get started here in just a moment. Is the... Oh, yes, the chat is working. That's good to know. Okay, so the turn is 003. Okay, Koki. Okay, go with that in a second. Yeah, he's about to do something unexpected. Yeah, likely so. Likely so. Oh, sad to see some humour from him there. Okay, let's go ahead and see how things work out. Indeed, konnichiwa. I don't know what we could do. I don't know if he'd move up the Torres Strait. It's a very, very bold move, but the thing is, I don't know what he would hope to accomplish by that. He may underestimate our potential there, really. How you doing there, Diligent? How you doing there, G-Man? Good to have you, my friend. Now, we might see shipping actually sunk around about... there we go, we are reacting there. Excellent news, reacting over here as well. Yes, we might see shippage... we might see ships sunk around the Solomon Sea. The little AKs and AKLs as they move out of the area. Okay, so we do have a carrier here encounter these two burning PCs. We should be fine here. Both attempt to withdraw. Yeah, they're not going to be fighting. That's fine. How you doing there, Harimir? Good to have you, my friend. Of course, the unexpected combined on the backside. Yes, we have two AGPs here, then heavy fires on fire. We'll be able to deal with these during the day. We are going to be having the actual MKB, at least this half of the MKB, reformed shortly. So we are seeing S-37. I do wonder if he will actually send the PT boats back out this way. They didn't spend any ammunition, as far as I'm aware. We do have the destroyers coming back, so we should be alright. Some patrol boats here, okay. Oh, is it buffering? Oh, that's a shame. Right, S-37 once again, so we see this submarine chaser CH-18. We've had a string of good luck off of Luzon, so hopefully that does in fact continue. That would be nice. Right. Okay, so things haven't moved as of yet. S-37 trying to look once again. Oh, those PT boats might be moving back down this way, in fact. He might have them move south to actually cause problems, to be honest. I did decide to actually send the Issei towards Jolo. We'll see how things look before we send her further afield there, really. S-37 once again. There's a lot of patrol boats in this area. There's a whole bunch of patrol boats. As you can tell. Right, so we encounter the force over here. So he split it up, but the good news is we actually managed to get in here. So ideally we don't use too much in the way of actual ammunition. Long lance torpedo attack, so we do find two more APs over here, which is nice. I'm gonna speed this up. Oh, an AP and an AK. Okay, don't use too much ammunition. They probably will, but we can't do anything about that. Yeah, I wish you could tell them to save ammunition. Okay. So they both go down. Right, we do see more shipping of the area, so ideally they will react to that. Right, so we encounter this force over here, so we do have the battleship, of course, encountering here now. Allied Task Force attempts to evade combat, and they actually managed to escape. It was at 13,000 yards. Surprisingly interesting, considering they're bloody on fire. That's fine. Right, we continue to react over here then. Yeah, we find them here. This is what we wanted to find here. That's good, that's good. This looks like a large ship over here. Ideally, we do have enough ammunition. That is a little tanker there, or potentially even an oiler. But this looks good. This is exactly what we want here. We want to find lots and lots of ships. Yeah, indeed. Enemy ships being blown up. And ideally not ours for change. Oh, that's good. Yep, so that's a tanker. Excellent news there. Right. Nice, nice. We do find another AP. I do wonder what this larger ship is, in fact. It looks important. Yep, that's an AP. That's a large 8K. Okay. Okay. We'll speed things up. Ideally, we get everything here. Seems to be concentrated on the tanker for damn sure. Right, so a bunch of AKs. Task force breaks off. So we might not be able to sink it all, but we do sink the thing that's important. Looks like they expended a lot of ammunition on the tanker and the AP. But that's fine. We found them here. Ideally, we might be able to continue to beat them up. But it looks like we're low on ammunition there. Yeah, that's a shame that they're low on ammunition. So we're still dealing with the mines at BLeAcHACiD. But we sank the tanker, which is another tanker down. We hit the AP a couple times. So that's fine. We sink, we sunk, what, potentially 2 APs a day, an AK, and a tanker out there. We can potentially get more forces out of them in the future. Yeah. I mean, that's it. They didn't go in there with full ammunition, but that's fine. Issue is you can't really tell them to, like, save ammunition. That's the problem. Right, reacting over there. Okay. So it seems that force wasn't low on fuel, which is intriguing by MKB. We'll have to see about that. So, we'll have a few more AKs being sank, as we do have a light cruiser here. I did send another 2 heavy cruiser groups over here, another 2 light cruiser groups over this way as well. So, ideally, we can pick up on them. It looks like they're indeed heading to Tarakan. Yeah, here we go. We have the actual heavy cruiser, the first one over here. Allied naval forces surprised. I'd imagine I'd be surprised and rather upset about this as well. Nachi opening up there. Right, torpedoes out. Yeah. So we find 4 AKLs over here. So these are guys that are trying to escape from Manila. So these are all well worthwhile sinking. I want to prevent them from making it into Tarakan as well, really. So they're going to be a problem if they make it in there. That's one of them down. Yeah. That's going to be down in a second. And that's all for them. That's 4 more AKLs today. Right, what do we find here then? Ah, shit. Well, that might be the cruiser. Sorry, that might be the carrier gun. Yeah, that's not fucking ideal. Ah, shit. I suppose it was going to happen. I suppose it went too far. So it looks like we might lose the carrier, but we'll see here. Yeah. Speed it up. Yeah, Zuho's gone. God damn. That's unfortunate. Who knows? Okay, she's on fire. We might have the BBs actually react to that, so she's still survived. Okay. They may survive that. Yeah, but this is it. We're hoping it wouldn't happen, but that's okay. That's okay. She's taken a few shells. She might yet survive. We do have a BB nearby, so she may yet survive. She hasn't taken heavy damage, so that's good news. At least she didn't get torpedoed or anything like that. So we'll see there. We do have Nachi over here with the AK. Right, torpedo hits there. That's good. Oh, God. At least she's made it out of that first engagement. We do find another ship out here as well. And what is this one then? This is a AKL, I believe it, isn't it? Yeah, that might be the fortune thing. Well, this is it. It was a worry. It was a worry. This is why we're reforming. Perhaps we should have reformed immediately, but then sometimes it can happen. Okay, so they've reformed. They've merged. Come on. God damn it, Tayo now. Come on, get out of there. Fuck's sake. Yeah. God damn. Yeah, it looks like the BB was drawn off in the wrong direction, so we're paying for this then. So it looks like we might lose the Tayo and Zuiho, which is a shame. Oh well. Yeah, Zuiho goes down. God damn it. Yeah, Zuiho goes down there. That's unfortunate. Probably both there. Yeah. Fuck. We should have just reformed it last turn. Yeah, that's... should have just reformed it last turn. Oh, well. Oh, well. God damn it. Now, this is the issue. We had the BB out here, but the BB had been drawn elsewhere, so that's a shame. God fucking damn it. Yeah, it's because it's still in the naval phase, that's the problem. Had it been in the air phase, it would have been fine. Ah, well. It's not ideal, don't get me wrong, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter, as long as it's a light cruiser, it really doesn't matter. I think it's one of those mistakes that people, like, overestimate every ship's value. Like, ships have their value, of course, and even the worst ships can be still good. Yeah, that's a shame. Who knows, everyone may yet escape. And this is the issue, we're relying on the BBs, but they've been drawn off to the side. But we can afford that. I mean, it's not ideal, but, well, okay. It is what it is. We'll have to see how everyone looks there. Not ideal. And this is if we didn't want a good player, aren't we? God fucking damn it. I do wish we had merged last turn. I mean, we did set them to merge, but then this is it. I suppose we went too fucking deep. Ah, well. It could have happened. I was hoping that we might have had a bit more detection, but ah, well. We'll see what happens, I guess. Yeah, bastard. No, it's not 300 VP. I don't know how much it is, but it's fine. Well, this is it. It's nasty, and I suppose we are out there. But the thing is, it's fine. We'll be able to recover from that. After all, I mean, it's not... I mean, this is it. It's one of these things of it. It's a shame, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. It's obviously still a shame. Don't get me wrong. I would rather have not lost it. But alright. Igoro's there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is it. The BB was drawn away. Yeah. See, this is it. Had it been in the airstrikes, had it missed us, we'd been fine. Pisses me off, because it's one of these things of it sucks, but then again, we can afford it. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. It's a shame losing the Zuho, because Zuho is quite good, but oh well. Yeah, I mean, this is it. We just didn't know how close they were. They could have been full speed. I can't believe you talk now. Well, this is it. Arguably, it was over-aggressive. I suppose we should have merged last turn, but then this is it. It's you just don't know, really. We did have them merge this turn, but I suppose we should have just done it last turn and had the BBs with them, really. I suppose we got over-greedy, but it happens, then Tayo's gone as well. Yeah. God damn it. Oh, well. I mean, that sucks. We still have the other part of the MKB, so it's not... I mean, it's a setback, but it's not the end of the world, really. The good news is we do see allied assets out that way. Yeah. God damn it. I should have just got them moving sooner. But I just can't keep on regretting. Oh well. But then there was not one because of that. It's not lost either, so we're fine. We're fine. I mean, the one I'm upset about is Zuyo. We still have the other carriers out there, so what we'll do is just obviously look after them and deal, well, just single the rest of the British forces there. It sets us back a slight bit because obviously we don't have as much immediate air power there, but we'll see. Well, that's it. And this is it. It's not worth throwing a campaign over because you are going to lose ships. It's inevitable. S-57 once again. Well, this is it. I think we could have done things differently, but then this is a hindsight argument. Can't do anything about hindsight. Can't do anything with hindsight, sorry. The other forces are outside range. That's fine. Interestingly, we don't see anything regarding Yeah, regarding the American carriers, which is intriguing. Well, okay, well, that's somewhat unexpected. I didn't expect them to go in today, but they have gone in today. All three of them have gone in today. So it looks like we'll actually have a fall of Singapore today. I wanted the actual headquarters. I didn't think they'd make it in today. I expected them to not make it today. This is somewhat of a surprise. Oh, well, we might have something bitter, but we might have something sweet here. So we have the 4th Division, the 1st Medium Field Artillery Regiment, that I did actually send in after all, and the Imperial Guard Division and the 33rd Division. We are going in here as a shock attack. It should only have low levels of fortification, so I think we should be able to manage this. You take a look, some of these units are not very large. Yeah, I do find it interesting though that we have got in here today. That is somewhat surprising. I had thought they would have... okay. Might be just the fatigue that got them in here. Maybe this made it further today. Yeah, that's it, isn't it, Anna? And we got some value out of them. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes, though. So you can see 4th Division's taking a bit of a pound in there, which is not too surprising. Obviously, it's a shock attack, going to put a decent amount of force. But I think we will win here. Yeah, no. As Gareth says there, no HQ. Obviously, we wanted the HQ. Though I didn't expect us to go in today, so that's the biggest shock. I didn't think we'd go in. But I think we should still be victorious here, or at least actually be able to take it the day after, likely. We'll see. 33rd now attacking. I'm quite glad that we did decide to send 3 divisions in the end. We'll see. We might take it on the first day. Hopefully we do. Looks like 4th will take some time to recover. We'll see. There's not that much in the way of forces here. He does have a decent amount, but then again, it's only ever going to be a small amount, really, compared to what it could potentially be. He won't have a huge deal of fortification, so we'll have to see 514, 431. So it doesn't fall today, unfortunately. But we should take it shortly. Yeah, take a look there. Yeah, we lost 2 carriers there, Sean. Right, so we take 2,091 casualties here, so 11 destroyed, 238 disabled. So it looks like Singapore will fall tomorrow then. I didn't think we'd arrive today. That's the biggest surprise. I didn't think it would arrive today. Well, there we go. So we destroy one of the units here then. So we'll take a look at the state of the forces. I had hoped we might take it on the first turn. So we had level 2 fortifications, okay. So 1281, so yeah, okay. Well, we still have the other 2 carriers, so we can still sink the rest of the forces. I mean, we sank some light cruisers for our efforts. It's just the issue was the BB wasn't where it needed to be. So maybe it was a mistake sending the BB out. Oh, we do have the attack at Clark Field today, so we do have the 48th and 38th here. The 38th is in movement mode, I believe, or it might be in combat mode now. So we'll see. Did the Marine Regiment arrive? That's the question. I'm not seeing the Marine Regiment, so we might have beaten the Marine Regiment here, or it might not have even sent the Marine Regiment. Or it might be named something else, actually. US Marine Corps AA Battalion. I'm not seeing the Marine Regiment. Yeah, it was 3 light cruisers that found it, unfortunately. Then found the other one. They'd merge and then they'd track them. So that's a shame. He'll be happy with that one, but oh well. I mean, this is it. The Dutch East Indies has been wrapped up very nicely. And this is a thing as well. He's a good player. He's a really good player. Right. We'll see how this goes then. Ideally, we do actually succeed here at Clark. I'd be happy. Okay. I don't think we will. Yeah, not too surprised. I didn't get to see what the result was. Yeah, 816. I mean, this is a place to hold at Clark. So we suffer 3,561 casualties today, 14,396. Yeah, it shows you just the level of actual terrain here. I mean, it sucks. It does suck there, Sean. I know. I know you're a big Allied fanboy, so I know you'll be eating this shit up. Yeah. Okay, so it's at fort level 3. Did we reduce that fortification? Doesn't seem so. Alright, let's see. Yeah, this is going to be a tough nut to crack, but we will be able to crack it with the 4 divisions here. 3rd got hit by a top. I was not heard from again. I didn't see about that one. Yeah, we'll break this here. It's going to take some time, but we have 4 divisions, so it will be broken. Right, we're attacking this over here. So not gone as I would have anticipated, but alright, that's fine. They surrender, that's good news. It means we don't have to chase them any further, which I'm happy about. Wrong about what? I mean, regarding the THG game, obviously I would prefer to have a rematch on that one. He got a very free ride to begin with, but hey, it happens. Obviously, I didn't have the experience then. Well, whoever's good or bad, it only depends on your perspective. It depends on what your morality is as well. I don't think you can really ascribe good or bad as such. Oh well. Oh well. I'm a little bit upset tonight, sorry, but oh well. We'll move on. Carry on, really. Yeah, it doesn't really change that much. We still have the other two carriers which we can use. It's just a shame. I would have rather have lost just Tayo. She's not great. But oh well, losing Zuho is sucks. Oh well. No, it's not being ignorant and arrogant. The thing is that good and bad are just points of view. I mean, this is it. You can imagine if another people, or I don't know, let's say another species arrived on Earth or something like that, and they had different concepts of good and bad. What we might view as bad might be they're good. It's one of those of like, is it really just a meaningless concept? No, Sean, this is a thing. Like, there's a lot of there's a big misconception regarding Japanese pilot training. It's a load of crap about that, really. We can replace them. I mean, obviously losing them is not ideal, but we can replace them. So yeah, this is the issue. They were over here. Yeah. I think it was a mistake still going north, but, well, this is it. At least we've suffered the worst we can suffer now. Right. Yeah, it's the worst we can suffer. There's still a few more ships out here. No, Sean, you're missing the point there. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, obviously that's awful, but the thing is to say good or bad, it's just that. Oh, Iron Duke, you come out of the woodwork at the best times, don't you? Well, the thing is, Iron, we're going to win this. I still find it incredible how somebody can have such an incredible bias, but oh well. Now, you guys stop teasing me, because I'm not in a good mood, so stop teasing me. That's fine. Oh, you guys are joking. I'm just upset. Ah, well. So what did they lose today then? So last turn. So we did apparently sink the 3 light cruisers, which is good there. Okay. Can we... Right, we don't want to be discussing war crimes and stuff like that. It completely misses the point of what was said there, really. Right, so we do lose Zuiho and Tayo, which is a shame there. No, Sean, that's the thing. It's a common misconception. It's really a common misconception. I don't think a lot of Ally players really understand just how much training you can do as Japan. Okay, so we still have these carriers over here. Interestingly enough, we did see something detected over here, but we haven't seen it today. That's fine. I'm going to recover my mood. I'm just being grouchy, so ignore me. So we still have the BB over here then. So what we'll do is have the destroyers reform over here. Okay. So we'll be able to take Singapore shortly then. So they'll have to recover some supply then. Looks like we'll have to wait a day then. I'm surprised that didn't actually work. But I didn't anticipate them going in today, so that HQ should have actually been in. This is where they would have still been there. So that's interesting actually. That didn't work as imagined. But we have a headquarters now, so what we'll do then is we'll give them a little bit of time to recover. Okay. Yeah. And we'll have to take a look and see where the American carriers are. So we do see there's 47 airfield damage, so he's not going to be rebuilding those fortifications anytime soon. It's only times 2 terrain, so it will fall. That's good news. So, table equipment's still good, 90, 80, 92, so we are pretty good there. That's fantastic news. Right. See, Imperial Guard Division's 435 AV. 4th Division looks to be the one that took the brunt there. But that's majority disabled. We didn't lose that many troops outright, which is good news. And shock attacks are always a zero-sum game there. So what we could do then is, let's see, how much supply. So 33rd has enough supply to go and attack today if they wanted to. Actually, it looks like we're just shy. Yeah, I could actually launch a secondary attack if I wanted to. It might be worthwhile perhaps waiting. Perhaps. We'll see. Just check the ship losses. If you actually rewind it, you'll be able to see that. You might want to pull the remaining MKB ships back. Well, this is it. But even Hermes, she only has the torpedo bombers. But yeah, this is something we might want to pull that back. But that's fine. We can come in and destroy the rest of them. We still have a group over here. So we'll see about that. Yeah, that might have been what he meant then. Issue is, I don't have a bloody clue where they are now. Fuck's sake. Again, let's not talk about war crimes, and I don't want to get my channel barred. Or get like some sort of strike or something. Yeah, the issue with Hermes is, yes, she is dangerous, but she doesn't have the ability to protect her strike. That's the problem. But what we'll do is we'll probably pull the BB back. Shame how things have gone there, but, well, they'll have paid for their value there. I am concerned that we don't see where he is right now. Of course he has detection on us, god damn it. Yes, it is a discussion that we shouldn't get into. Yeah, we can do night strikes as well. Well, that's where we sent it. See, I think our mistake was sending the BB out this way. That obviously didn't work because it drew them away from these guys over here. So it could have gone differently. Perhaps we should have just actually... Well, this is it. We could have... I don't know. I'm not gonna waste time talking about this because it is a waste of time talking about it now. It is, and it happened. Right. See you later, monkey. Have a good one. Okay, so we do finally have the 15th and the 25th Army over here, the actual entirety of it there. Yeah, probably would be a worthwhile thing to do. But oh well, that's fine. I mean, this is the thing as well. When we're playing against someone like Dad Man, he's played this game many, many times. He's lost many carriers. So the thing is, he doesn't have that sort of emotional attachment. Like, we shouldn't have an emotional attachment to the carriers. Obviously, it's a shame, but in reality, it doesn't really change that much. We'll still be fine to take Rangoon. We'll still be fine to take Van and potentially push on further. We still have a capability, which is nice. Well, this is a thing there, Ryan. You can try and make the game as realistic as possible, but if it allows you to do it, you can do it. After all, it is a game. It just portrays almost like a scenario-shaped... Alright, well, we'll see here. We don't have any radar capabilities at this moment in time, in fact. Okay. So I think what we might do then is we could potentially hold on. We might be better off just waiting to recover, or we might want to attack. But it probably is worthwhile just recovering, perhaps. Let's see, how much do we actually have here then in terms of fatigue and disruption? So 51, 52, 49. 66, 461. Yeah, that's the issue, is obviously the crossing there hurt us. Yes, they're not active as of yet. Yeah, see, that was the issue over here. I wonder if we actually use them to draw us in, perhaps. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, see, that was the issue. We did manage to land a torpedo in here. She would have been able to survive that, but it's just the fact that they managed to catch her up again, which is a shame there. But it happens. These can be lost. The others might have actually transferred elsewhere, to be honest. I'll have to take a look there. You amuse me, Ian. I can't tell if you're like a real person sometimes. Or like the allied Tokyo An. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Right, okay. So we'll be arriving at Ambon tomorrow, though, which is good. Does he have detection? I'd imagine he will. 7 out of 6 now. Okay. Not a tremendous amount, actually. I'll have to see where the rest went. So let's see. Right, so... okay, so they didn't make it out. So 28, 17, 12. Okay, that's fine. I find... There's a lot there that we could discuss, Cyan. There's a lot there that we need to decompartmentalize. You know this isn't reality, don't you? You know that, don't you? Oh dear. But either way, the good news is we'll have Singapore likely... I expected it, to be honest, in the first attack, but I was hoping that we actually would have the army support there. Right. I may attack tomorrow, but I think I'll probably wait and allow them to reduce a little bit of fatigue and disruption. The good news is they have no ability to, well, drive us off. So let's see, Singapore here. I'm surprised, actually. I'm surprised it was adjusted so high. It looks like we had a bad roll here for the adjusted assault there. So we have 1281 there versus 394. God, I can't speak. Yeah, disruption and fatigue didn't help, which is interesting. Terrain, preparations, morale. So we reduced it down to level 1 there. Okay. And he can't repair, he can't build that up again. So that's good. 4 carriers. No, it was just 2. If you're going to try and tease me, at least get it right. But the thing is, it really doesn't matter. Palembang's gone, Singapore will be gone shortly, Java falls shortly thereafter, Luzon shortly falls, then we push on towards Rangoon when Rangoon falls, then we push into India, and when we actually are able to conquer India, okay, what then? The thing is, the Japanese Navy did sink, historically, so, well, this is it. I don't know why we have this attachment to things. But anyhow, I'm not going to be teased, because I know a lot of you people seem to like to get a rise out of me, and that makes me sound really shitty. I'm upset. Let me be. Obviously, I get disappointed as well. If aircraft are on there, then they can be used, yes. Yeah, if we take a look, Ryujo obviously has 20 torpedoes remaining. Sorties there. So it's the sorties that you use for the dive bombers. Right, we have Hosho. So Hosho actually has torpedoes and a lot of sorties. Zuihao was the one that I didn't want to lose, but Taisho, she wasn't exactly amazing, but we still would have wanted her nonetheless. Yeah, we were worried about this. I suppose we should have been reacting to it sooner rather than later. I suppose the issues are reconnaissance just wasn't on par today, was it? That's a shame. Yeah, issue was obviously as well, the BBs were distracted this way. But this is it, it's a perfect storm of circumstances really. That's fine, he punishes, that's okay. Okay, moving on. So of course we did secure BLeAcHACiD and some render intact, which is great. I'm somewhat surprised we don't have an idea where he is right now with his other carriers. They didn't move into here, which is interesting. So they might be down there. They might have gone north, I really can't tell this moment in time. No. See, that's a good question, Iron. Ask more questions like that. We did last see the American carriers around about this point here. He did have a surface force around about here. I'm somewhat surprised, actually, because he might have gone through the Torres Straits. He might have actually done it. I mean, these guys were in naval search in the day, 25 hexes there. We have G3s over here running naval search out to 18 hexes. I mean, how far is 18? Now, that's 20 hexes. So that's about 18 there. I mean, maybe he could have gone south. That's a potential possibility. The thing as well, I had these Jakes over here. These Jakes were running night naval search. That's interesting. We'll have to see about that. I've not seen Prince of Wales. I've not seen her since the time we torpedoed her, actually. Okay. Interesting. Iron, what are you on about, man? If you're gonna tease, come on, at least understand the game. There's like, what, a light cruiser there? Oh, I'm shaking in my booties. Oh dear. Yeah, we know that there's these ships out here at Darwin. The interesting thing is we have the G4M1's basic Copac that run in naval search. That's an interesting one, really. He might be in the Torres Straits. It's hard to say at this moment in time whether he could be there or not. That is interesting. Yeah, that's what happens when they get into surface combat. I mean, carriers by their nature obviously rely upon their air wings. They're not exactly made for surface combat. So obviously, yes, it's well done by him. No, Prince of Wales is not in a fit stage. He's taken 2 torpedoes there. Okay, Iron, would you like me to surrender the campaign now? Would you like me to surrender this campaign or the other campaign as well? Am I prohibited from playing allies? If people keep teasing, people are going to get banned. I can't do the stream and deal with ridiculousness. So we can either move on, because obviously I'm not in a great mood right now. Right, anyway, moving on to actual things that matter. Right. We find to... Well, that's it, isn't it? And so what we'll do then is we'll reform the elements of MKB over here. So we still have the actual carriers that... well, we still have a light carrier. We can make do with that. The escort carrier is still sufficient for our needs. So I'm not entirely sure what we have over here. We still have the BB in place, so we can still use that to actually engage and defeat the enemy in place here. The question comes down to whether or not we actually withdraw them or not. It depends, really. So we see a PG over here, which is probably the one we did detect there. Well, this is it. The battleships were with the carriers, but then we sent them this way. The mistake was moving north. But the issue is we didn't know where the enemy was because we didn't spot them last turn. That's a mistake there. I mean, this is it with the hindsight thing. Okay. I'm surprised that we don't know more. So there's two ships over here then, which is interesting. Yeah, it doesn't help with the storms. That might have been why they were able to slip through then. Interesting. Okay. So yes, we do... I mean, this is it. Having the BBs with the carriers is all well and good, but the usual thing that you have here is you have the actual task force able to react. That's what you want there. Well, yeah, this is a thing, Iron Bull. I mean, if that gives you a hard-on, then okay, keep watching. He's better than me. He's better than THG. He's better than a lot of people. The dude's the moderator on the forums, for Christ's sakes. He's been playing for years. See, comments like that, Iron, I do prefer. Because if people are just intent on teasing and causing drama, then they'll just get banned, because I just don't have time for that. Okay. Right, so we have our 27s over here in position, which is good. No, that's a shame. I shouldn't get so emotional about it, but then this is the issue. Honestly, you do get attached to things. You don't want to have, like, any disappointing actions. Right, so we have a supply over here. The good news is we will have the air fleet arrive tomorrow, which is excellent. So we will have air HQ capability at Kandari, as well as Makasar and Kompang. It's difficult to actually establish where he is right now. I find it somewhat difficult to believe that we don't have an idea where he is. There might be some sort of ops report that we have here. Right. So Catalina is a shotgun, so he's aware of where the kids of Batai is. It's rough to it's rough to lose anything, isn't it? But in war, things break, people die. No, that's what I'm wondering for. Okay. All carriers are fragile. They're carriers. I mean, they might be armoured, but the thing is they're carriers. They're all fragile. Every ship's fragile. And even a battleship is considerably fragile if it's hit by the right tool. They're ships. Things break, people die. Possibly, I don't know if he would have the range. He would have had to go at full speed to be even near there. He was around about that sort of position there, which puts him about 33 hexes out from Ambon there. Hey, doing that, Amunri? Good to have you, my friend. Right. See, the thing is, if he actually does move to the Torres Strait, that's a good thing. We can actually deal with that. Well, it's true, though, isn't it? Everything is comparatively fragile if you have something that can break it. So we do have our zeros over here. They were moved last turn, so they've had a little bit of chance to rest there. They did fly a cap. Only a 10% one, but they had mostly rest there. They've still got a decent amount of fatigue, but it's not too bad. We did take this base here, which is good. I can use that in the near future. Okay. So it does have reconnaissance over us, which is not too surprising considering it has aircraft here. It looks like it has moved out a decent chunk of the aircraft, which is intriguing. They may be the damaged ones, perhaps. Well, that's it, yeah. I mean, that's the way to put it, isn't it, Sean? It's like even diamond can be broken. Right, so as he does have detection here, we did manage to sink a couple of ships there. It surprises me sometimes, because these guys still have ammunition. I know these guys don't. Perhaps it would have been better to have sent them in as separate task forces, perhaps. We'll see. I think we could rebuild those squadrons. The good news is we don't particularly need to, per se, as we do have ability to create new squadrons as such. But if I take a look, so list destroyed. Yes, they can be rebuilt then. That's a lot of points, though. The thing is, we can make these, so that's fine. I don't... No, it's probably not really worthwhile doing so. It would be interesting, though, if it actually just gives you the squadron unattached or something as like an independent squadron. That'd be intriguing. But yeah, that's not too great. Takes our 0 losses up here today, but well. So 30, 17, 13 there. How you doing there, Shine? I'm good to have you, my friend. Daoshikoku. No, it's one of these things, it's like, I don't know. I don't like to get lost in minutiae of that. I suppose that just means the person I'm not a big fan of, like... I've never been one of those to, like, look at individual pieces of equipment and... I don't know. I suppose it's not my thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, see, the British CVs actually do have more armour on the deck, which is quite good, actually. But then this is the difference between the Allies and the Japanese. And the Japanese tend to rely upon more their torpedo armament, whereas the Allies seem to rely upon their dive bombers. And their dive bombers are fantastic. The Hell Divers, I would kill to have the Hell Divers there. Okay. Right, okay. Let's see. Clear skies there. He might be in this area. Let's go ahead and take a look at our forces at Clark. 25 units. So it looks like that unit has arrived from Bataan, which is interesting. He's done fairly well here. I didn't expect that would go that way. Yeah, the 38th was in movement mode. That's a shame. I was hoping they might have been in combat mode for the attack there. But we're still in good shape. Yeah, table equipment's still good. The difficulty here is obviously the actual terrain. But this is why Bataan... it's really not where you want to hold out and lose on. Clark is actually a superior place to hold out due to the time's free terrain. But the good news is it can only last so long, which is excellent. These forces aren't moving this much in time. Actually, no, wow. Okay. So what I'll do then is I'll place them into combat mode. So their replacements on there. We do have the artillery here. We do have the engineers and the additional artillery moving down here shortly as well, which is interesting. Right. So they're going to remain in position. I'm taking the 65th Brigade to move into Lingayen to actually hold it just for the time being, until the rest of the 2nd Division moves through as well. As we do have the independent engineer units over here, these guys will be the ones to help us break it. So they'll arrive next turn. Okay. I think they're still being unloaded. Strange that they've got disabled. Let's take a look over here then. Right, so the artillery's taken a while to unload. I don't know if all of this artillery can even unload due to the actual port size here. That's the worry there. Ideally it can. Ideally it can. It looks like the guns are off, which is good. Okay. Yeah, even the armor is there. What we did do is we traded the actual preparation for Bataan to Clark. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual Battle of Clark then. I'll tell you what, I'm glad that we did bring a 3rd Division at Singapore. There's more AV than expected, which is interesting. I wonder if we actually moved additional forces in there. Right, so we see Clark. So we weren't able to reduce the fort level, which is a shame. So his adjusted defense was really quite good there. 816 assault value. He might have got that unit in then. That's interesting. I'm not seeing the Marine Regiment. That might have arrived this turn. They've held out surprisingly well. 57th. They will break in time. Our losses weren't too bad. These can be recovered. Okay. Yeah, so Singapore was actually quite light losses there. Disabled, not bad, because you can recover that. Interesting about the disruption fatigue, but then again, that one can't be, we can't deal with that one. With it being a malaria zone, you can't do much about that. I wonder what unit we destroyed. I'd have to take a look at the replay and see that. Well, we can see here we have a 2nd Loyal Battalion, 3rd Cavalry, 2nd Gordons, 1st Malaya. A lot of these units had already been previously attacked and defeated. I can't recall which one it was at, which one was it at Sing. But they held actually better than I thought. I suppose then again we do have, yeah, 394, that's an interesting one. Well, we had the MKB spread out to hit more shipping. We were going to actually have it reform. I think we should have done it the turn before, but, well, then this is a hindsight thing. It's a shame. He caught us out there because our reconnaissance didn't pick it up beforehand. Right, so he had 49 disabled there. Yeah, 57 destroyed. That's the big thing there. So we have 57 destroyed now. So that's 57 AV removed, which is good. Yeah, it went surprisingly well. I wonder if he used that as bait then. It was likely used as bait. I do worry about where the actual American-US fleet is. Well, the actual carrier fleet is. They could be in this area. I find it really, really intriguing that we just don't have information where he is right now. There's a good chance he could have gone this way. The issue as well, he has detection over the Giddipatai. That's a surprising thing there. I mean, he could have gone south. He could have gone south. And if I take a look over here then, so 25 out from Tulagi. See, this is the thing, like, Tulagi has range out all the way to the Australian coastline. So he could have gone north, or he could have gone south, and that's a difficult one to guess, actually. I feel like he might have gone north, but even then I'm surprised that we just don't have the detection. Yeah, he does have the capability. Interesting. Maybe north. And it doesn't make a tremendous difference at this moment in time, in fact. So if it goes north, then that's fine, we can actually deal with that. And the thing is, if he does go north, I mean, that would be a likely target, but that's one he's only just seen developing here. So they'll arrive tomorrow. Yeah, I know, it sucks there, Julian, doesn't it? Yeah, it does suck. Right, so they've got 3 hexes to go. I could tell them to move at full speed to make sure they arrived during the nightmare. We will have to go against the actual coastal defences, which will suck, but we'll see there. Yeah, the Amban force would be a danger. He was around about there. Which is still... Sorry, let me take a look at that. Round about that sort of area. It wasn't too far away from Port Moresby. I mean, Ambon... I mean, that's still 35 hexes there. 32 there. If he moved at cruise speed... He would be like... around about that sort of area, maybe around about there. Which would still be 21 hexes there. Interesting. If he moved at full speed, I'd imagine we would have picked up on him reconnaissance, to be honest. Well, north would be the doom of the carriers. It would be a case of he probably would be doomed if he went there. It's likely he went south. I can't see him going north because it's just... I just don't see it. It just... Interesting. Yeah, we do have plenty of actual naval search here, so I'd be rather surprised if he had gone there. And we didn't pick it up. There's a sort of point at which we can't... I mean, let's see. What about from here? 8 and 19. Yeah, I don't know, Jazz. It sucks, I know. I had a lot of people teasing me as well. For some reason, they seem to enjoy the drama. Well, the thing is, if he moves into this area, obviously we can then use land-based aircraft against him. And the thing is, we just have to... And we do have another 45 odd zeros and additional ones that we can bring down to this area. And the thing is, he only has so much of a cap. So they could actually make it through that cap, and then also they would be able to deliver torpedo ordnance to the carriers there. Well, I know there, Sean, but the thing is, it's like I don't do this to be teased, you know? It's like at the end of the day, I'm a person on the other end. So it's one of those things of like, there might be times where I actually do consider just quitting the campaigns, and it's like, these are things that contribute to that sort of decision making there, really. I enjoy the humour, but sometimes it is quite sharp. Which makes me sound like I'm bitching, and I don't want to bitch. Can you look at the ship classes in game? I guess so. For like Allied or Japanese? Well, yeah, there you go, Iron. He does do the unexpected. He's been very good. He's been very aggressive with his actual carriers, which he has earned a surprising amount of success with that. And this is the difficulty, is trying to catch him due to the fact he has that speed there. What classes am I showing here? Sort and durability, okay. What for the Japanese or Allied as well? So it seems the most durable Allied ship is New Jersey here, at least in this upgrade. 192. Love the look of Vanguard. Oh god, how long was Vanguard in service for? I think she was in service for quite some years actually after. Right. Yeah, so Yamato has 133, Shinano has 157 there. Yeah, so Shinano is somewhat less durable than Midway, but it's not by much there. Right, we have Massachusetts. I love these ships. Okay. Yeah, see, Yamato has the 100mm of additional belt there. It's one of those as to how much it really matters is another consideration. Was it the 1970s or the 1980s? I can't recall what it was, actually. It was some years. It might have been sooner than that. She might have been retired sooner than that. Okay. Yeah, we don't have much to go on. I find it harder to believe that he could have gone south. He could have gone south. That's the difficulty here. Well, that's it. It's just a game. No one wants to see a boring game. Yeah, this is it. I mean, the thing is, it does hurt because it's one of these things of, I don't want to have people be disappointed. It's like I enjoy this as well. I think that's what people need to realise as well, that I do get upset when I lose things, which sucks. Oh, dear. I still be behind our. Alright. Right, so we do have the Yamato detachment over there at Palembang. It is a consideration as to whether we send it down there. Well, with the Kitabatai, that's an interesting question, really. I don't know whether it's worthwhile moving out into the Coral Sea. It might be potentially worthwhile, but this is the issue because we don't have information. I don't really know particularly what we want to do there. I think probably the protocol would be to have her refueled, perhaps. It's an interesting one. We could potentially still keep moving out here. I feel like he might have moved north. Yeah, I find it interesting because we do have... I mean, this is the issue. We just don't... If we had BLeAcHacid's case here, perhaps we might have been able to pick up on him. But it's an intriguing one. Right, okay. Still not seeing anything out this way. Let's go ahead and show enemy unit task forces. So those are the only task forces that we've seen right now. Not seeing anything else, barring these ones as well. I mean, perhaps that might be the way in which he's going there. The good news in regards to that is the fact we do have multiple squadrons that are in positions where they can strike. He doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver here, so he would see himself destroyed. I mean, maybe that is what he's after. I mean, it could be done. And even if this actual invasion force was hit, it's still not tremendous loss. Oh, they're under computer control by mistake there. Put them to mission speed. Not full mission. Yeah, these guys aren't... I mean, it would suck to lose the troops, but it's not a tremendous loss as such. What I think I will do is actually have Haguro in here alone, and then just have Yura and Kinyu in separate task forces. Oh, issues, we don't have any bloody patrol boats, do we? Well, I could have the light cruisers out separate with a destroy each then to just give us that actual escort. Oh yeah, 1960s. Yeah, I knew it was something around that time. I couldn't decide whether it was 1960s, 70s or 80s. I knew it was somewhere around that sort of time period there. I mean, the beauty is obviously we can bring the rest of the MKB out because he's not aware of their position right now. He might have Hosho here. I think the bet would be to, well, the best idea would to bring the actual ships together here. And I think we'd draw them, perhaps. So we know what this force is. Moving northeast is interesting. We have a patrol boat, but it might be something else, but it's interesting we see 3 ships. That, I'm not super sure what that is. We didn't see any other warships, so it could be the actual patrol craft there. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know, actually. Yeah, so we had these guys over here as well. I was hoping that they made to pick up on more, but unfortunately not. Right, so I do have elements of the 82nd JAAF over here, which is good. So we do have aviation support. Actually, a decent amount of aviation support there, which is excellent. I could do with actually getting supply into the base over here to keep it going. We do have enough for now, but we can get some more in there. Yeah, that would have been interesting to see Vanguard out there. Okay. So we do see 10 of it. I tell you what, actually, we didn't see the strike, did we? We didn't see the strike go ahead of Rangoon, so it looks like that was cancelled due to weather, which is unfortunate. How you doing there, Sal? Good to have you, my friend. Right, so we have 7th and 2nd RTA here. So another RTA division has arrived, which is good news. Now, you're in movement mode. I might have a switch to just both to movement mode, perhaps. Possibly. I think I'll just move him in combat mode as he has shown himself to actually fly this. Yeah, it's a shame. I was actually hoping we would have hit it today, but let's take a look at the weather in the area. Yeah, it's bad weather over Bangkok. Yeah, bad weather in general, so it looks like bad weather cancelled that one there. Which is a shame. But I suppose it did give the pilots some enforced rest, so that's not too bad. Well, that's it, isn't it, really, with the battleships? They're just superb AA platforms, aren't they? Okay, we're not in position as of yet. I am taking a couple of these divisions and actually have them sent over this way. I'm sending a division over here to Shanghai to actually act as the garrison there. Yeah, I'd recommend Naval. I've not seen Dr. Alexander, but I think he recommended that the other day, actually. Okay. So we have this in position now, so I can take the rest of them. That's good. I think I have a rail line here. Yeah, no, wait, let's see. No, there's a rail line here. Okay. So the gas bay... Okay, so we do have 1,000 fuel there, which is nice. A little bit of supply is handy as well. Okay. Yeah, so what we'll have to do then is, I think we'll have a day's rest, perhaps. Yeah. I think we'll rest here in about a day. We might even rest about 2 days, perhaps. The issue is he has level 3 fortifications. We didn't reduce that, which is a problem. That's the nasty thing there. Yeah, we'll give them some time to rest. 38 for Riven's good. So we still have the actual means here to defeat him. It's going to take a while, it seems, actually, surprisingly. I had hoped that we would have been able to round this up a little bit sooner, but it seems not. But this is why we are sending additional engineers out this way. Indeed. Yeah, I'm surprised that we made it to Singapore today. I'm surprised about that. I'm glad all 3 made it. Still surprised. So we have here 1,047 AV. That will recover a little bit more tomorrow. And what I'm going to do then is just tell them to stand down for today. I think it's worthwhile having a day's rest between the attacks. So tell them all to do that, so that would be their combat orders. As we'll have them rest for today then. Yeah, those guns are fine, so at least we have some additional guns there. Well, the thing is, there's only so much he can do. I mean, the good news is once we do take Singapore, which is going to happen shortly then, it might actually happen on the date that we theorise it would happen on the 29th of December, in fact. Or no, possibly even the 30th. It depends, really. We might yet attack here, but I'm surprised, actually, he's held out as well. It seems to have a few more men than expected, which is an interesting one. But it's not that I say guaranteed win there. There's 47 damage on the airfield. How you doing there, Benedict? Good to have you, my friend. And there's 47 airfield damage here. So, he can't repair that in time. He'll obviously still be repairing that, but he can't repair it in time, which is good. Okay. He doesn't know where these carriers are. We do have a battleship grip with them as well. So what we'll do then is we'll look to reform them. I think the outcome that we want to avoid is obviously just ceding this. All we need to do is re-establish ourselves, which is fine. We still have the carrier air groups over here. It's obviously not a great thing to have lost them, but we can recover here. Right, of course they need to get out. Yeah. So what sort of ammunition do we have over here on the on the Fuso? So Fuso still has ammunition for the fight, which is good. She did sink the actual 2 light cruisers out there, which was good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so what we'll do then, the actual plan is going to be reform these guys and then have them push towards this way. We still have the carriers able to defeat them here, which is good. Once we defeat them, then we'll move on. And the thing is, there's only so many Royal Navy ships here in 1941 as well. They will receive reinforcements at a later date. We still have the carriers to allow us to achieve a conquest of Ceylon, which is good. It's a little bit harder, but we'll be able to do it. We can still do it. Okay. Yeah, looks like they didn't fly today. We're missing a pilot here, so I'll sort that out later. Fatigue's been lowered, which is good news. Right. We do have a headquarters moving south now. Those engineers are moving south as well. And the good news is once those engineers actually arrive in position, it's going to take them about 4 days travel there. Yeah, 4 days for the actual headquarters, 3 days with other forces. And then another 2 days to move from Johor Bahru to Singapore. I'm pretty surprised he managed to hold out there, to be honest. Pretty surprised. I didn't expect it to fall, perhaps on the first attack. But then again, I suppose it shows you just how much we actually did need the 3rd Division. So, well, it was worth waiting for, in fact. Right, we do have these elements over here. So what we can do is we can attack Malacca tomorrow. Take Malacca. Which would be handy. The other question is, do I maybe time that? No, actually I don't think it particularly matters. Moving on these bases over here. One of them was in combat mode and one of them was in movement mode. So they're a little bit... Oh, they're going to be... Right, okay. Right, so we'll have them wait for the other then. Set all to follow. There we go. So we'll have them cross over there to Tamla. Right. The 114th Regiment's marching south here. Okay. Right. We're not too far out from Oosthaven, so they're moving there now. Well, this is it. I mean, credit to THG, he's a good player. But a lot of it is about perspective, and a lot of it is about knowing what you can actually throw away, really, or what you can afford to risk. I mean, had things gone differently, we would have actually hit those light cruisers and we would have been fine. But it seems that we had the detection failure, which allowed him to actually enclose on us. He could have also have moved at full speed. I mean, this is the issue when you know where your enemy is and they don't know where you are. You can do a lot of nasty things. But yes, Dadman has been very aggressive, but he's very experienced. He knows how to be aggressive. He knows the capabilities of the Allies. He knows the capabilities of the Japanese as well. So it's one of those of, like, he's a good player. He's far better than I am. And that's something that we always have to try and manage there. Right, okay. So the battleships are refueled over here, which is good. Oh no, they're not refueled yet. It looks like they were attempted to be... Yeah, it looks like they attempted to refuel them all, but this is a shame. They look to have overfilled the other BBs. Should just let the DDs go first and then fill the BBs. Okay. I don't know about that, Iron. It's a completely different situation in this game. There's 23 units here, which sounds like a lot, but there's not much in way of AV. We see 4 units over here. Oh, sorry. There's 5 units over here, which is about 65 AV. There was 200 AV that did surrender at a low star, so all those British forces there surrendered at a low star. There's around about 100 AV here at typing, and then obviously all this here as well. So it will give in sooner rather than later. It might be 2 days, it might be a day. It's one of those, really. Midway. What do you mean wake? Oh dear. Yeah, so we have the ability to take this. And this is a beautiful thing. I mean, Singapore is ×2 terrain. It has level 1 fortifications now. Whereas Clark's going to be the harder one to take there. The consideration might be to even potentially bring a naval bombardment there if it lasts long enough. But what we may want to do then is just look towards potential bombardments. We could potentially bombard this turn. We still have 1364 AV now. I think it might be worthwhile to bombard next turn to get an actual sense of what he has there. Allow the engineers to actually arrive. The issue is we didn't have as many engineers as needed, really. I'm surprised, though. But then again, I suppose we are going up against actual armour here as well, in difficult terrains. It's still pretty nasty. Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? Was Vanguard the last battleship built or something of that nature? Rightio. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to call the stream about here. I'm going to do some fiddling offline, and then I'll make a summary video. So, yep, I apologise to anybody who's watching. I don't want to sound sour. I know people are joking as well. This is it, really. Things break, people die, and it makes the game interesting. It's only because in the other campaign, in the THG campaign, we've not really lost anything major as such, so it's one of these things that makes it all the more shocking. But I can imagine to those of you who are playing War of the Pacific, you've probably suffered losses as well. You'll have incurred losses. So we always go round and around about here. Losses taken and losses given, really. But until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.